Hey Yakumo,
Hi, Leo.
welcome to come back to Yakumo and the conversation. This episode is about the the journey of Yakumo. Yakumo is a brand create um, based in Taichung, Taiwan, and we are having discussion regarding the original thought by Yakumo. So we would like to know more about your life and what do you do. Um, so this episode is regarding your trip. I believe your first trip alone to go to Japan. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yes.
do you want to talk about the date and why you decide to go to this city and the beginning? Yeah.
Alright. Um, I believe it's around like um 2012 or so.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and mm, that was a good time for me because good time for trip because I just quit my previous job and
Mm-hmm.
started to host a guest house in
Oh,
Kaohsiung.
yes, you're
Yeah,
running the guest house. Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes. And so I could have some luxury holiday. I know, not like um, not like the uh, ordinary salary man. So I had this chance to have a day off uh, for 18 days. I spent 18 days. Uh, and I know many people like to travel, but I don't think I'm that kind of moon. Like I won't tell people that I like traveling, like
Mm-hmm.
that's my hobby or something. But I do enjoy changing the environment, everyday environment. So that was very um, very treasure to me. It was a treasure for me to go abroad, and you know I've been liking Japan for a long time since we were kids, but um, not until very late that I have this chance to go to this country. And the
Mm-hmm.
first time was you and me with our family. And that was also quite late. Not like other people, they usually go out when they were a child uh, and they were children. But we were not. We actually go there when we grow up, right? Yeah. And yeah, so, but what's important for me is uh, the freedom to explore what you want to know. So when it comes to travel, I my first choice would kind of be to go alone. Yes, because I can choose whatever what I want to go, and I don't really need any specific plan. Right? And 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 I think that's really um, That's actually something I look forward to. Like when you make a mistake in your direction, you can still enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah, so that was my first trip alone to Japan, and I went
Mm-hmm.
to Kansai, the west side of the mainland Japan. Yeah. So basically, uh, I spent a lot of time in most of the time in Kyoto,
Mm-hmm.
which is my favorite, one of my favorite city. Yes. Yeah. So maybe you would like to uh, watch, see some pictures that I had that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure that you can see my share screen.
Yes.
All right. So, sorry, I didn't have a very good arrangement for these pictures, but I think we can talk about something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, this this is. Can you tell what is this from the
You want to
picture? Can
enlarge it? Could you enlarge it?
um yeah, kind of. This is my first day hotel. So this is the view that I uh, take from inside to outside. This is the first day, uh, um, kind of the second day, but the first really uh, the first trip day of mine that time. So when I wake up and I'm ready to go out, I find something interesting. That is, um,
I don't know if it's just my side, but from what I see here is white. There's nothing here.
you mean some drops?
Um,
You don't see anything?
Now just small photos, but when you try to enlarge it, there's no
Oh,
image.
sorry.
So
So
I don't know if
maybe
it's anything.
yeah, let's try to fix this technological.
You can just use a
Oh,
space. The space,
okay. So, let me try.
yeah.
Okay, I share again. Now, space. Okay, so how about now? Can you see?
1 second. Maybe just slow. 1 second. Now I still see very small pictures.
All right. That is weird. Let's see. Oh, I think I find a solution. How about now?
Yes, now it's good.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, so let's start over again. This is um the second day of my trip and the
Mhm.
first day that I started to explore this city. So when I was ready to go out, this is
Mhm.
what I see. Uh, so can you tell there is some white stripe outside the house?
Uh,
Can you see a white stripe from the
I think
sky?
maybe snowing. It was snowing.
Yes, yes, it was snowing, and I gotta say, it should be my first time seeing the snow,
Hmm.
the real time snow, and that was my first day
Mm.
of the trip. Yeah. Well, I took it as some welcome sign. So yeah, I was quite happy that time. Yeah. So I was staying in a small hotel in the
Mhm.
alley.
It's not a guest house.
Oh, kind of guest house, but it depends. What do you think
Normally, it's
is
more
a
casual.
guest house? Yes?
A guest house normally is more casual. Normally, it's not a franchise.
Oh, but this one I believe it belongs to some uh, greater group,
Okay.
but it's just a cozy little hotel. Yeah,
Mm, yeah.
yeah, and yeah, this is the first picture I want to share.
Hmm.
Okay,
I think that's enough. I think that
that's enough. Okay,
each
so you're
each
ready to so you're ready to
each
say goodbye.
each each episode we just talk about one photos. I think it's
Okay,
enough.
okay, okay. So
Uh,
back to uh back to the thing that I mentioned previously that I said I kind of enjoy making mistakes um,
hmm.
during the trip. I mean, I didn't mean the uh, r- fatal trip, but fatal mistakes, but little mistakes. You know, everybody make mistakes. Like you take the wrong train or choose the wrong direction, like that.
Hmm.
I did it. I did it right uh, on the first day. On first day, I took a wrong path. So I was meant to go to this place called uh oh yes, I was meant to go to Ohala, um, a place called Ohala. It was it was kind of highland, you know, like hill or mountain part.
Hmm.
And to go there, I have to take the train. Um, um, it's like tramway, train, you know, the kind of train that that go in the city, you know, not by um,
Like a tram
the
or like it's actually a
yes, like a
train.
train. Yes, there are still some. There are still several. Uh, we call Romandensha. Okay,
Hmm.
so train on the
Yeah.
road
Mm.
in Kyoto, and to go there, I have to take one of them.
Mm.
So the thing is, I I should have uh, switch at some point, but I kind of uh, forget or anyway, I didn't take the switch, so I go
Hmm.
to another place. Also, um, up in the height, up in the mountain. But I found I really like this place. It's called it's called Kulama, Kulama.
You
And
have a
if
you have
if
a
you don't, yes,
you have a photo
yes, I have a photo. But before I, okay,
before
so
you
if you
show it.
see this, if you see this photo, you even if you don't know Kulama, you might have a strong impression. Oh, that it is.
Mhm.
Okay. You see it?
Yes.
Yeah. You know this? You know this symbol, this character?
Yeah.
Tengu. Tengu. Uh,
They
I
say
think
this
it's
is.
quite famous.
They say those are Dutch people.
Yeah, yeah, that's one saying. But anyway, um, they are famous in this place, and this place called Kurama. It's a
Mm,
small area, um, up in the mountain. So uh, you can drive there, but if you don't have a car, you normally take the train. Like I say, the train on the road, but actually go up to the hill. So I actually went here. I went here, and it's kind of unforgettable to me. I returned there several times. Every time I go to Kyoto, I will spend some time there. Uh,
mm,
it just it's not a fancy place, but just feel good to me. Yeah.
mm. You made a wish. Made a.
No, no, no. Okay. So
I don't think it
I
would.
still have,
I don't think it will
yes.
come true because he's probably not very honest. God, like deity. That's-
Oh no, no, no. You should never confuse you say Dutch with
Pinocchio,
Italian, right?
Pinocchio, Pinocchio. Every
Italian.
time, every time I think they are very similar. Yeah.
No.
But why? Why they call this place?
Kurama?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, you got me.
History.
Um
There's no
I didn't know.
historical
Yeah, I
background.
didn't know.
Okay. Just a
Yeah, I
holy
didn't.
holy place. Just a
Yes.
local attraction, holy place.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
went there by chance. You didn't plan it.
Yes, yes. I didn't realize
Eh,
there's this place before I get there.
Let's talk about this similarity between um, the principle you use for creating whatever you take photos, you compose music, you travel. Um, you see those principle somehow resemble to each other. Like, because if you don't, it's like when you, for example, you can plan everything. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
try to come to whatever the notes, the element you want to use, but you try to give a little bit space so you
yeah,
can have some kind of surprise result.
yes, yes, yes. That is surprise is one saying, but um, I will also say it's kind of pursuit of freedom. Yeah.
Mhm.
So um, besides fully control of everything, um, the experience of freedom is way more important to me, especially those that you feel inside. So you kind of like you have that freedom. Uh, you're not restricted, especially the restriction that is not necessary. I think we all have this kind of restriction. maybe from what we are educated, maybe from our formal habits. We used to feel or think that we can only do things this way. But let's say, whenever I realize or feel that, oh, it's not the only way, I think that's the moment that I feel alive. And I really appreciate that kind of uh, feeling. And yeah, I think I kind of like to, I kind of expect something in this kind of um, a bit letting go, or yeah, most of the time is you realize that you don't have to always do it this way.
Yeah, there's an interesting contract there, because Japan is a well-known as a country, as a culture. They really plan everything.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
really, but at the same time, you can also consider the result of um, the 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 I don't know, the movie, the animation from Japan, the design from Japan. When they start to be um, when they start to lose it, they actually, like, they become super creative. Yeah. But most of Japanese people, the culture is like always, somehow
follow some
restrict
rule.
everything. Yeah.
Yes.
So it is kind of interesting when you say you actually you discovered the sense of freedom more when you travel to Japan. I mean, of course, it's a different country, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I think if Japanese come to Taiwan, they probably think, oh, Taiwan is very free. Like,
yeah,
you you don't have to. It's a super casual, like super
uh,
random, whatever you do, whatever. Like, um,
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
Japan, it's like they will follow a certain, you
yeah,
understand there's a rule. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. When it comes to Japanese people, I believe so, but mm, but that is also the freedom that you can find. Um, just because people there are restricted doesn't mean that you have to feel the same there. Like,
Mhm.
yeah. So, yeah, of course, I didn't, what I mentioned wasn't about the people there. I didn't say that I feel the freedom from
Mhm.
people there, but um, yeah, there's some interesting uh, um chemical interaction happen there. Uh, yeah, mostly I like the environment, the natural in Japan, because they kind of still reserve most of the natural um,
Yeah, reserve.
yeah,
Yes, even
yeah,
monkeys. They reserve the monkeys too. Um,
that,
I
yeah,
I think the not only the preservation of the virgin nature, but also we're talking about, how human and the nature can live in harmony.
yeah,
Particularly the artificial environment.
yeah,
How do you, for example, how you design the road? Yeah, are you going to just destroy it, just go all in, like,
yes,
or you actually consider what is happening with the nature, and you
Try to feel it.
cooperate with that.
Yes.
Exactly. I think that uh, I think Japan are doing pretty well in terms of
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
this.
I don't know
So,
why, but yeah, they kind of good at that. They kind of good at blending not only uh, between natural and human, but also between different cultures, right? They are, um, yeah. Personally, I feel they blend things well, but it's only my opinion. Yeah, maybe it's because I just potentially like their color. So anything that blend with their color, I feel comfortable.
yeah, there's definitely the preference you had, but also I think it is the ability you see that from the different culture. For example, if you go to Spain, for example,
Yeah,
you can also see some kind of particular style they create
yeah,
altogether.
yeah,
The way they live, the way they drink coffee, whatever. Like, is it has to have some kind of some kind of you know um, harmony. Yeah, it has to have some kind of being peaceful together.
yeah,
Kind
yeah.
that although it's a very different kind, it's different country, different cities, but
But the
they all have
principles
that.
are the
You
same.
see,
Yeah,
they all have that. Yeah.
yeah,
So I think that's something I respect. Um, and but I understand, it can be, it can also mean that might be there might be a really brutal um, punishment if you don't do that. In for example, a country like Switzerland, like Singapore, they're very strict. You know, um, there's a law. Yeah, if you are the tourist, you don't know, but if you live there, you have to know. So like it's like living under some kind of pressure.
yeah,
Um, I think there must be some kind of proper balance. Depends on the people. But obviously, comparing to Taiwan, Taiwan is like there's no harmony. You don't see that kind of sense. Yeah,
yeah,
not only Taiwan, in many other places,
yeah,
you see that if because it's like it's a whole community, it's whole group of people. It's not just one person.
yeah,
Like I have a very good sense. I'm going to design. No, because when you design, you have to maintain it,
yeah,
and you even you need to improve it. Yeah.
yeah.
So if you don't have the real culture, the real sense
It
as a
won't
group of
work.
people,
Yeah, it
it's
won't
not
work.
going to work. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not even mention a whole country. Yeah. Like
yeah,
so. That's yeah. That's something I really um, of course, in my mind, I have this utopia, which is much better than that. But I'm talking about like if you can choose, you choose where to live, you choose which country, um, then I think, yeah, my ideal uh, samples would be probably, yeah, probably Europe or Japan, yeah, in my mind. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They keep a very I sometimes would use this word peaceful because um in Japan there are many jinja, this um This s- small scale temple. Okay, belongs to different. I'm not familiar with the religion, but I always compare their temple to Taiwan and the temples in Taiwan. In Taiwan, it's it's really um, not easy for me to stay in such places. But in Japan, I've I found that I can stay in any of the jinja for if I have time. I can stay there for a whole day, and you just feel uh, there. Maybe they don't. Maybe one of the reason is that they don't really belongs to Tao or Buddhism, so they have different atmosphere. But it was like a spiritual park for me. It's just their temple is just like their jinja, just like parks. So you don't feel any pressure or any um yeah, you don't feel any pressure inside, and you can stay there for a long time, and you don't have to believe in what they believe, but you still feel peaceful.
Yeah, yeah. But like even in Taiwan, in different area, different temples, you can still see quite different approach. In the past, I didn't really pay attention because as I also mentioned before, I didn't really um, you know like it. But in a way, especially now, I if I just try to use the point of view as a foreigner, you can really see like why there are some some especially visually there are some kind of attraction from those temples in Taiwan as well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, for example, if you go to Tainan, the temples there, I would say, are a little bit different from temples in Kaohsiung. Um, and I used to I used to take the carpentry class. Yeah. So the teacher there, he used to say like the reason those techniques can survive because of temples.
Mm.
So they are
Yeah,
the
makes sense.
people who are, they
Yeah,
can
they're
afford,
in.
they can pay, and for those, those are this how they preserve the high level technique because they have to do those dragon, and those are
Yeah,
complicated joint, for
yeah,
the
that
structure.
makes sense.
I think we can see that even much more in Japan if you can see those technique. Even in Taiwan, it's a little bit different because the direction may be more decorated.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but still, I think that's something maybe for me. I think I can learn to appreciate. Although I still don't like why so
yeah,
many colors, why
yeah, yeah,
you don't have this balance, you don't have those holiness, kind of feeling, um, like um, yeah, but the I can try to picture that
yeah,
because, for example, the cathedral in Europe, and later you go to North America, you see it's getting worse. Yeah, the design is getting worse, and
yeah,
sometimes you feel like, okay, what is that? So even for Buddhism or Taoism temples, I think originally they still have some kind of purity there,
yeah,
and because they're supposed to be a representation of some kind of language to the deities. Yeah,
yeah,
so I think. it just gradually become like that. And of course, their place they run the temple just for money, so they
Yeah,
just want to. So it's getting worse. But I think in Japan, at least they keep some kind of sense. They keep
yeah,
some
and
kind of
they keep the. I think they try very hard to keep the level there instead of getting down. Right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And mentioning the preservation of carpentry and certain technique like hanji, like calligraphy. Yeah,
Yeah,
in Japan they all have a better
they
preservation.
preserve everything.
Yeah,
They're really good at preserving things.
yeah. So yeah, um, so this is just the beginning of your trip. You just woke up, you just go out, you took a wrong
Yes,
train, you go to this
yes,
this big nose place. So
yeah.
you go, you went there, and so
So I took another day to uh,
yes,
go to the place that I was originally planned to go.
okay.
But if
So
you
there will be the mhm,
yes, S-
yes.
it's
So
fine.
maybe we can talk about the next day,
Yeah, sure.
the next episode, if you
Yeah,
want.
sure.
So we can show two more photos next time.
Oh,
Yes.
that's very kind of you.
Yes.
That's very
Okay.
kind of. Yeah,
Yeah. No. This is very interesting. I mean, we don't have to rush. So let's just take time to talk about whatever
yeah,
surrounding this trip, your idea,
yeah,
and the temples, whatever.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Ah, this is very cool and nice photos.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you everybody for listening. Please subscribe and I don't want to mention again. just do it. So we'll see you next time and thank you very much, yeah, Yakumo. So
Thank you.
until next time.